Today, we are celebrating our 31st wedding anniversary. Hi! Welcome to Unapologetically Gomes.
The anniversary edition.
The anniversary edition. We've been married for 31 years. So we are celebrating our wedding anniversary, doing a Q&A. I had posted this in a group that I'm in and on my Facebook page. If you're not following our Facebook page, please go to facebook.com/unapologetically-gomes and follow our Facebook page, please. So welcome to Unapologetically Gomes, our vlog here. My name's Marie. If you don't know us, this is Tim.
I'm Tim.
And our kids are behind the camera.
They're filming.
Anna and Ian. Okay? Our children. And Ian is going to be
the moderator in case we get in a fight.
Smile, Ian.
And this is our cat, Reggie.
Cat. Okay.
Cat.
This is Reggie.
What's behind
This is Reggie's belly.
What's behind door number 2?
If you are new to our channel, we have 3 cats, 2 dogs.
2 of them are very pushy. 1 of them is not.
Right. So we welcome you to subscribe to our channel and like this video. I don't know. People are leaving comments. Hello.
Raising 4 asks, what advice would you give to married couples just starting out?
You want to take this one, Reggie? He said he doesn't.
Oh my god!
Well,
Nice.
according to Reggie's butt.
Wait, we gotta start over.
Yes.
If you look deep into Reggie's eye, married couples.
What advice is? Laugh.
And don't ever get a cat.
Laugh.
No
a lot.
cats.
That's all you need. You don't even need a husband. Just need 10 cats.
That's you. That's your future. My daughter's future is 10 cats.
You gotta learn to laugh.
Yeah. Advice for somebody just getting married.
Mm-hmm.
Don't quit too early is my advice. Because we know a lot of people that got married young and everybody said, oh, it's not going to work. And then the first time they got into any kind of trouble, any kind of, friction or whatever, they said, well, nobody said it would work, and they just split up.
That is so true. I have a dog underneath here too, sniffing my legs.
She does.
Absolutely true. And I think when you hit a really hard spot, and you fight through it, it makes your marriage stronger. I think it makes your marriage stronger.
You get calluses.
That's a good way to put it.
Love calluses. That's what I call them.
Thank you, Anna. Love calluses. Yeah, I didn't know you were going to be so like...
Oh, yeah. I'm all about that.
Hopelessly romantic.
I'm a romantic. Next question.
Okay. Sildor6 asks, what was your hardest struggle in your marriage and best moment in marriage?
I would say the hardest struggle is when you used to travel a lot with your work. He works in the movie industry, and he would travel for months at a time.
I'm a stunt man, so I have to. And I direct, produce, and...
That's in his dreams.
I'm a casting agent.
He's a set painter.
All right, I paint.
He's a set painter. You be proud of it. Be proud. And
sometimes I fall off the ladders.
So that makes you a stunt man. Yeah. So anyways, he used to travel a lot, and when we had the kids especially, it started to become hard, but then you started taking more local, close to home things, and now I'm ready. Yeah. You can travel again.
No, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, that was hard. And it was hard because I had to narrow what I could work on down to just local, which a lot of my friends were still going out on other locations and making a ton of money, and I pretty much stayed home, but I sacrificed for the family.
You still make good money.
Still make good money, but
not as good money.
Not as good. So that was the hardest. And then what was the highlight of our marriage?
They're sitting behind the...
Reggie.
they're sitting behind the cameras.
Yes.
Definitely our kids.
Wait, were we supposed to be the highlight? I thought you were supposed to give a different highlight.
No, what was the question? And what was the...
What was the best part of your marriage?
The best part of our marriage
The best moment, I guess.
Oh, the best moment.
Yeah,
It
best
came down to a
moment.
moment. What's
Moment?
the best moment?
The kids.
That's more than a moment, though. You're talking about
No, when they were born.
Anna's birth,
The-
or are you talking about Ian's?
Okay.
There are
the
two.
moment.
There's two. That's
Okay, it has to be
Reggie's
both their births. Okay, his was the first, hers was the second. So the kids. Hands
Okay.
down, it's the moment that Ian was
The three of
born,
us.
and the moment that Anna was brought home.
What?
the moment we found Anna. Next
That
question.
just that delivery was a little more difficult there.
It was fine for me.
The Still family asks, my question is, what is one piece of marriage advice you were given when you got married that has still stuck with you for 31 years?
The one piece of marriage advice.
Advice?
Go for it.
Let's see. Marriage advice that people gave us.
Marriage
We got
advice.
married really super young.
We were
We
21.
were married when we were like 12.
21. We were 21 years old.
Just the opposite of that.
I was, yeah.
The marriage advice that we were given.
Nice.
I keep racking when I read that in my brain, and I don't know anybody that gave us any advice at all.
Nobody did, because we were like the first ones to get married. So the only people that gave us advice were like our parents, and I don't think
my parents
any of
never
them.
gave me advice.
Yeah, none of our
But no one advice. Yeah. I remember one of your friends writing dead at 21 on the car.
That's not really advice.
Natalie Baby asks, what attracted you to each other and how did you know he or she was the one?
First, I want to say hi, Natalie, baby, because I love her channel. Go for it.
What attracted me to her? She spoke to me. No, I think it was her eyes. I was attracted to her eyes. She had
Natalie's old eyes.
long dark hair and light blue eyes, and it was very attractive.
And what attracted me to you?
My paycheck.
Oh yeah, we were working at Carl's Jr. at the
Yeah,
time.
It was my beautiful hair.
He had very thick curly hair.
My thick curly hair.
And you had very pretty eyes because his thick curly hair, his hazel eyes,
Just the hair and the
stood
eyes.
out.
We need to
So when I looked over that French fryer, whatever how you used to hit,
Fryer.
you were very cute.
Fryer.
So it was his thick curly hair at the time, and his hazel eyes, and his sense of humor, somewhat. You always did have a little different sense of humor.
I do have a different sense of humor.
Very.
But then, what was the other part of the question?
how did you know he or she was the one?
How did we know? Well, you knew. Tell that story.
How did I know?
She was a stalker. I had no idea.
I was not a stalker.
You were a total stalker.
Oh my god! So here's the story. He thinks I'm a stalker because we never got together at the first time that we met. We liked each other, but we never got together. And 2 years later, when I'm well over him,
You thought you were over me.
my friend and I were moving out together, and we moved into this brand new apartment. Well, guess whose apartment is straight across the parking lot? His. I could literally see his window, and he
Stalker.
was living with his best friend Andy. Hi, Andy. 'Cause I
Hi,
know Andy's
Andy.
going to be watching this because he sent us some of the
Miss you,
pictures.
Andy.
Some of the pictures that were playing below, and he and Andy lived across the parking lot,
Yes, we did.
and me and Julie lived in our apartment.
Hi, Julie.
I would not call that a stalker.
Oh, yeah. You just admitted to staring into my window.
I didn't. I was just saying I could see your apartment from ours. Okay, next question, please.
Lexi Rose Vlogs asks, what do you guys argue about most and how do you resolve it?
The TV.
Definitely the TV.
We argue about the TV most.
And your
'cause-
spots on the couch.
But it's
and
but
our
it's not
spot.
just the TV.
See, our kids know what we argue about
It's-
because they hear the screaming all night.
It's the movies. I don't like the movies you watch. It's just that they're very violent.
They're
And then
not
if
that
they're
bad.
not violent, they're those just weird sense of humor. Just,
The rated 1 movies.
oh my God.
1 star.
And it's funny how you can watch those over and over and over again, but if I watch mine,
What are your movies?
all kinds of movies.
Hallmark.
I like action-packed ones like Mission Impossible and those two,
Yeah.
but then I like my Hallmark movies.
Control
She is.
freak. She
I-
has to have control of the remote at all times. So
I'm just controlling in
And she
general.
has to have like that one corner spot on the couch.
she has
Because
to
it's
have,
next to the phone and the
Which
plug.
used
to
to
my
be-
phone.
Excuses.
It used to be my spot on the couch, and then I got bumped over one spot so that she could answer the phone or whatever. And then the dogs end up jumping on the couch, so I end up moving into the corner part of the couch so that the dogs would be comfortable. And then from there, I'm pretty much sitting on the floor. But
You're not on the floor. He's so
no, I sit in the
exaggerating.
kitchen over here, away from everybody.
You are so not.
That's true.
Oh my gosh.
All right, next question.
Let me get the
Okay.
violin.
Finamily asks, how did you pick out your children's names and do they have any significant meanings?
Oh, that's a good
They
question.
do. They do. I remember,
Ian, Zachary.
right? Ian is derived from John. They're both Christian names. And Anna was a graceful one. And Elizabeth. Why are we laughing now?
Because she drops
That-
stuff constantly.
Okay, but that is
She's
what
the
Anna
clumsiest
means.
person.
She is not.
It means graceful.
It does mean graceful one. And then Elizabeth is, now I forget, but I remember going through all kinds of name books in the computer.
Ian's was gift from God.
Gift from God, thank you.
Because Zachary, I think, is something about a gift from God. And Ian was truly a gift from God.
Apparently, I'm graceful.
And then Anna came.
Anna is a graceful one.
She's
And
great
Eliz-
song I heard, which really I liked. And it reminded me of Anna. So it's a song from Everclear called Annabelle. It's a lovely song about a girl.
And a doll trying to kill people.
And yeah,
Now, eventually they made that into a horror movie now.
Everclear, Annabelle.
They based
Listen
it
to
off her.
Okay, so have meaning.
I wanted to
Zoe.
name Ian. I wanted to name him Indiana.
Even our animals,
Really?
all
Indiana
the animals.
Gomes,
Oh, God.
but she wouldn't let me. True or false?
I guess so much.
True or false? I wanted to name him Indiana
Oh
You
Gomes.
should have
my
named
God.
him
I
that.
don't remember that.
Indiana Gomes.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
And he loves Indiana
That would be
Jones.
terrifying.
Oh, that would have been a cool
Should
name.
have named him that.
Even all the animals have meanings to
I'm
their
start calling
names.
you that.
They
Yeah,
do?
except for Reggie. Anna named
Spunky?
Reggie after another cat she knew named Reggie.
Daisy?
Oh, and Spunky came that way because
I was
Spunky
gonna say,
was
what
a
does
rescue
Spunky
cat.
mean?
But Daisy we named.
It
What
means
does her
graceful
name
one.
mean?
Scratch
It's
your
a
eyes
flower.
out.
It's a pretty flower.
Daisy means I'll scratch your eyes
Okay,
out if you touch
Sula,
me.
our old dog that passed away, was little female bear,
It's
and then
Ursula.
Lulu. It was derived from Ursula,
From
and
Ursula.
Lulu was derived from Sula, which was derived from Ursula, which means little female bear. She does
Okay,
look like little female
we're
bear.
rambling.
Okay.
We need to move on.
Let's go. Next
Okay,
question. This is gonna be like a
What
half
about
hour.
fudge?
She's sweet. She's
The
fudge.
Exactly,
the
that's
endeavoring
exactly what it was.
the endeavoring family asks, how hard does he miss that head of hair?
Every day. Every day.
Thanks,
Uh,
Endeavoring Family.
yeah.
That one I thought was funny.
Yeah, and this might be a future vlog. I probably will shave it completely
No.
bald.
Like
dares me?
razor.
Razor.
Edit that out. He's not doing that.
Oh yeah, I could lose an ear, but I'm gonna do it. Eventually, because right now there's like not much left to save.
And we
It's-
shave it, but we don't shave it like
buzz it down to
Razor,
I
like-
buzz it down to a 1, which is just stubbly, which is fine.
I like bald heads.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
Okay. Six in the Mix asks, oh, what have you learned being married so long?
Okay, what have we learned? Being married so long.
I've learned to always agree with my wife, even though she's wrong most of the time. I learned if I disagree with her, then I can go to bed. But if I don't, then I have to argue.
Or
till-
sleep on the couch.
Or sleep on the couch. True. So it's best,
It's a
even
good
though
lesson
if you're
learned.
right and you know you're right, you still count that as a victory in your head. I won. I won because I'm going to bed. I don't have to stay up and argue. It's a victory.
He's teaching me young.
These are life lessons.
This reminds me of an episode of that show.
You're right, honey. It does.
So that's why I was laughing so hard at that show. What was that show?
It's just that easy.
I don't know.
I forget.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready for the next one?
Oh, that was my life lesson. No lessons.
Okay. Oh, my life lesson was
what have you learned?
take control, ladies. Train them early.
Or try to.
Yeah.
Let them think you're
Exactly.
Every once in a while, you've got to let them be right. Just every once in a while.
You're right, honey.
Okay, next question.
Okay.
The Beeson effect?
The Beeson effect
That's
asks,
that, right?
what tips do you have to be more effective at communication?
This is a really good one because we didn't learn this like the first 15 years of being married.
True.
And one of those hard spots, you know, as we said, we have growing pains like anybody else that's been married a long time. Because no marriage I think you see that's 30, 40, 50 years was ever smooth sailing. You grow together. So we had actually gone to
We've grown.
we're going in the wrong direction
Yeah.
now. We had actually gone to a therapist, and literally we only had to go twice because this is what he taught us. Do you want to tell him?
No, honey, you do it.
It was mostly him.
See?
That we hear things differently. Men and women
You take that back.
hear things differently.
I
So
do want
basically,
dessert.
in a nutshell, he taught us to kind of repeat to each other what we heard. So we went through a long time of repeating to each other what we heard. And oh my gosh, I remember the first time that I said something and you repeated it back. It was like totally not what I said. And I'm like, oh my God, that therapy was expensive, but it was worth it.
Wait, do you mean when you were say repeat, do you mean like not paying attention kind of repeat? Or
No,
what?
it was like just
You can
just
hear the words that come out, but what she means by those words is something completely
or
different.
what he hears. Or what he hears
But
by those
see,
words.
that's what we learned, is that what I hear her say might be completely different than what she means to say because her skills aren't as high as mine. So
Level up.
So yeah, you have to level up or down so that you can communicate together.
Seriously. Talk to each other and find out what, don't just assume. And I think a lot of times, as women and as men, we assume the other one knows what we're saying, and they don't, ladies. They don't.
We don't understand anything.
Okay, and so try to ask every once in a while, what, in a very nice way, what did you hear me say? Men, don't be afraid to say, what do you really want?
Beer.
Nice answer.
But we just digest things a little differently, or we just assume things a little differently, and sometimes I think we just say things and we're not detailed enough. We think we don't have to explain things, and sometimes you do.
Next question.
Okay. The Spivey family
My eye is twitching now.
asks,
Been
is there a point where it gets easy?
No.
Where it gets easy? When I'm at work.
When he's golfing.
When we're asleep. No.
I would say I don't know.
No, it does get easy because after a while you learn each other's quirks. She's got a lot of quirks.
I do.
And
He's right.
you can deal with it better when you know how they're going to react to whatever you do or say. Or at least you think you know how they're going to react. So
This was
you
so
might
wrong.
not be as surprised when you get a reaction, you know.
I think in the sense, I guess, that you've learned each other's habits, you know each other's quirks. You can
Sense of humor.
You can get a little
Or
bit
non-sense of humor.
more right. I don't have I don't have.
You
sense
cannot
of
tell
humor.
her a joke.
And I
she
think
will not get it.
as we get older too, we accept our flaws instead of trying to hide them or think we have none, because we all have flaws. And so I think we learn each other's. Not only do we know each other's, but you are starting to understand your own flaws.
Your
So
Core Heart Vlogs. I think that's how you say it.
which one? Yeah, I that's a new one. Thank you for watching. You were want to spell it, Ian, if you don't know how to say it?
URQAUHART vlogs asks, how did you both meet?
How did we meet?
How could you forget?
Well, remember, she stalked me.
I didn't
But-
stalk him.
We were actually in school together, high school together,
But we didn't know each other in high school.
and we had a couple classes together.
But we didn't know it at the time.
And then she got kicked out of class because she was a horrible student. So then I never saw her after that.
Slightly a little bit troubled
She was trouble.
teenager.
So she got kicked out, and then we met up again in the professional world at Carl's Jr. And that's when she knew. When she saw me in the uniform, she knew she had to have me. She was overcome with the smell of
French fries.
French fries and me in that brown Carl's Jr.
Brown and
outfit.
yellow.
Yeah. And she's like,
Again with the curly hair.
yeah, that's pretty much where we met.
Where'd that even come
Carl's
from?
Jr.
Okay.
The place to find your soulmate.
And fries.
Yeah.
Six in the mix also asks, how did he propose?
That's a funny answer. He never did.
I did.
You did not. We kind of just agreed on it. We were 21 years old, and we decided we were going to buy a house together. And we're 52 years old, so we're still in that era where you didn't live together.
While we were driving home from looking at the house,
You see, you do remember. He acts
we
like he
were
doesn't
on
remember
our way
anything.
home from looking at the house, and we decided we wanted to buy it. And then she said, we can't buy it because we're not married. And I said, that was my proposal. So you think we should?
We're
And
kind
we both went, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
get married.
That was it.
And I have absolutely no fashion sense. I still don't. So the pictures that you're seeing in those tuxes and stuff, yeah, I picked those
She picked
out.
all that. She made me wear the ice cream man outfit.
Yeah. I don't know why he let me. Okay, that's one of the things that we're talking about that you do learn. You learn that
I let her dress me like that.
he learned not to let me do that anymore.
Yeah, I learned quick.
Okay.
Next question.
The Barrows Family Vlogs asks, how have both of your tastes in music changed over the 31 years, and what are your favorite genres or bands?
This was a good question, I thought, when I read that.
This is easy for me because my taste has not changed at all. I still listen to the same music.
No, I think it has. I think it's deteriorated.
What do you mean it's deteriorated?
I don't know. Either that or I have changed.
Your
Because
version
you're-
of deterioration is like from going to Oingo Boingo to Black Sabbath. That's
Well, no, see, when I
deterioration.
met you, we did a lot of Oingo Boingo.
Oingo Boingo, Black
kind of
Sabbath.
new
that
wave.
was me.
No, not Black
Me.
Sabbath. See,
me.
I didn't either that or he
Rush.
Rush, yes, definitely. I love Rush still. That was probably one of the highlights. I
See,
remember
I still
when you took me
listen
Rush.
to all that stuff. I haven't changed.
But
You've changed.
No, you did, because I don't remember the really heavy metal and
Rage Against the Machine.
Thank you.
cussing, and I
I
don't want my
thank you
son
for that
listening
band.
to that.
I
But
thank
these
you for
are
that
really
band.
good bands.
They're not.
I love them.
They're
They're
not.
wholesome.
I love them.
Family oriented.
When we got married, also, I was not a Christian. We
We're not.
were not Christians. Okay, we're Christians. We love Jesus Christ. So I changed. I don't like all the violent music and the not that I really ever did. And I listen to.
It's not.
I can listen to The Message, which is a Christian radio station on Sirius XM, all day and night. That's my favorite station. I love Christian music.
Lithium. I listen to Lithium.
I love
Yes.
XM.
you sinner.
Ozzy's Boneyard.
That's
no.
Ian's. now.
My bad.
See what he's doing to my son?
Radio Disney for Anna.
I Radio Disney for Anna over there.
I did this to
can
myself.
I can listen to The Message all day. I also discovered I like classical music when I was going to college, and so I've grown. He hasn't.
I have not grown at all.
Let's go hit
Well,
one.
I've grown, but not the right way. Anna actually has my sense of humor, pretty much. Well, Ian does too.
Anna
I like
has-
watching all the dark movies that you like to watch.
He likes the
She
dark
doesn't like
movies
the
and
dark
music,
movies.
but Anna has a weird
Sense
sense of humor, and I think she gets that from me.
Totally gets him. Totally get each other. She has his eyes and his hair. They both eat sushi. together, and she totally has his sense of humor with all that
We
hair.
both can make a joke about pretty much any situation.
And her humor's kind of dark like his too. I worry sometimes. I think he's like me because he doesn't like sushi. We can both eat Mexican food every day.
And they're very serious.
I love
they're
that too.
serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both more serious. We are. So, how do you want to wrap this up?
With a kiss. Happy anniversary.
Really? Happy anniversary. So,
Anna edited it. You go to Carl's Jr. That's where we met. That's where it all began. I'll even let you get a large meal.
okay. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. And we appreciate you watching this. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification button.